I wanted to get your thoughts on Qantas. You know, it's going to go from bad to worse for them. They're now warning us, just as prices started to come down a bit, that airfares are going to go up again because of fuel prices. At the same time, the Pilots Association have said, how about now that Joyce is gone, you get rid of the chairman, Richard Goyder, as well?
Yeah, and I think that's a fair assessment too, because all of the decisions that were made on Alan Joyce's watch were done with the imprimatur of the board, so they've got to take some responsibility too. But I think, look, it's a fair call that fuel prices are going up. I mean, I do petrol prices on my program every morning, and I know that Avgas is different, but when you see the steady increase over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it's only getting worse, I don't know what Qantas does here, or any other airline does, because they've got to pay for fuel. That is, as my understanding, their single biggest cost, and they've got to pass it on to the customer somewhere along the line.
Yeah, well, they could start by only selling tickets to flights that are actually going to happen. That'd
be a good start.
That'd be a good start. Now, Caroline, being a West Australian, you probably know Richard Goyder, eminent businessman nationally, of course, but Perth-based. Not only does he chair Qantas, he's chaired Woodside. I don't know whether he's still at Woodside, but he has been chair of Woodside. Also, of course, he chairs the AFL Commission. He was proposing the toast to the Brownlow medalist last night. So this is a pretty humiliating time for him, but this pressure on him to stand aside is pretty strong.
Well, I mean, ultimately, everyone has to perform. Ultimately, everyone has to perform, and we don't get to rely on, past performance and legacies and all of that forever. And if there are decisions that have been made that, clearly in relation to Qantas, there's been a lot of questionable decision making. A lot of people are very upset with where that has landed. Well, people need to be responsible and accountable for it. And in a sense, it doesn't really matter who you are or what you've done before. You need to be held accountable for those decisions. So there's obviously a question for Qantas. I'm not weighing into that. I have no interest in weighing into that.
And it's one for shareholders.
Richard Goyder's not special.
Yeah. The shareholders have a bit to say about that as well. Thanks for joining us, Stephen and Caroline. I really appreciate your time.